up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'Z Garage. Today I got a special guest, Nate Jimenez.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm with the beat. Ballin' like a motherfucking
What's going on, Yogi?
What's up, Nate? How you doing?
Good, good.
Man, I'm so glad to have you on Big Yogi'Z Garage. Like the time we worked with Chendo, remember we did that video and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever met you. I've been wanting to meet you. We actually talked about doing a podcast with Diego, and then it was your birthday weekend. And
I went out to Florida and all that.
Yeah, man. And then so that's why I wanted to have you on. When I first met you, when I met you, bro, I did a post. I said I got to meet the man, the myth, the legend.
Yep.
Because after I got to meet you, you showed me a little bit about the cameras and stuff like that. I was like, damn, he's a cool ass dude, man. Like,
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about how you are. How come you're so like calm, cool? Like how did you become this?
I don't know, man. Just growing up, I always just like stayed to myself, you know. Never really in too much business. Never poking in anybody's door. You know what I'm saying? Just always stay to myself. That's really it.
Yeah. Okay. And then like, who taught you how to be like that? Like, who's like the main person in your life that made you?
I would say my mom and my dad for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Your mom and your dad are really, you're close to your mom and your dad.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I know your mom. She's always like when I see you guys going, you guys always dance.
Yeah, man.
Stuff.
She's my dance partner, man. It's funny because like she looks so young. You know what I'm saying? So everywhere we go, I'm basically her sister out in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody thinks that you're like brothers and sisters. Yeah. I get that sometimes from with like people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I was with my stepdaughter at Chick-fil-A, and the lady was like, "Is that your brother?" And my daughter's like, "No, hell no, he's an old man." You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. So now you're doing all this videography and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit about your journey. How did you even pick up a camera? How did that come about?
So basically, I met my friend Cartier Flex back in like 2017. And you know, we always been close to doing music and all that. And then I want to say, before that, my Sweet 16, my uncle bought a Canon to record my party and all that. So after he bought that, it's just been sitting around. And then one day he just gave it to me. And then since my boy was doing music, I was like, let me just shoot your video, you know what I'm saying? So then shot the video, just edited it. That's really how I started for real. It was right there, it was handed to me.
It was handed to you. Yeah, and then okay, so you started making videos for all these people and stuff like that, and did you start charging them right away, or was like
at first, no.
How did you do it?
I was only shooting Cartier Flex's videos at first, and then I did like, I think my first ever video was my cousin, he DJs, so I did him like a little promo DJ thing, and that was a long time ago. So just doing that, and then that led to the next person wanting to do a video, and then I just started charging.
Okay, so like right now, like you're doing like all these like famous, like all these like Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. How did you get from that point just starting to like where you're at right now? Like, well, I don't get it. Like it was so fast too. It seems like. Yeah, well. But I don't know. Cause tell me a little bit about it.
Right. So when I was doing videos, I want to say I was gonna go to college for filmmaking, and I was in Owens. I was actually enrolled and all that, and did all that, and I didn't really had the funds to really keep the college stuff going, because I needed like a headphone that cost like $500 at a time, and just because I didn't get the headphone, I failed that class. So like I'm just thinking like, dang, and then I'm doing videos on the side making money. I'm like, you know what? I don't even need this college stuff. I might just go home, watch a whole bunch of hours on YouTube, learn like that, and then, you know, work for myself basically. And then it kind of got a little rough financially wise, so I started working at a factory job. And I was working at the factory job since I was 19. Oh, so yeah, so I started at the factory job at 19 years old, and then after that, I was still doing videos here and there, but really wasn't like my whole, like, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't focused. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then after that, I kind of like put the camera down, picked it up, you know what I'm saying? Just on and off type stuff. Never really dedicated until like earlier this year. I met my boy Diego, and ever since that, man, he just gave me like this drive, and it's always better to work with somebody other than work by yourself, and that's really like how it all started for real.
Yeah. So like that team bond you guys have, that actually creates like a fire underneath you to keep going.
Yeah, because we definitely feed off each other's energy and all that.
Yeah. And how important is Diego to the business and to everything you guys are doing right now?
The most important thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If without him, you know, I wouldn't be where I am.
Yeah. I interviewed Diego and he told me that one of his biggest role models was you. Yeah.
And I think the same way. Literally, it's vice versa, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. How do you feel about being people's role models now? Like how the way you guys are getting bigger, you guys are like, okay, so you're a role model for these young kids. Like there's little kids that are looking up to you, you know what I mean? How do you feel about being a role model for these young kids?
It's hard to come in terms that I'm a role model, but if I'm a role model, you know, I'm gonna take that role and like do the best I can with it and really encourage kids to stay off the streets. Stay out of trouble. I got a little brother, you know. He gets in a little bit of trouble. I always tell him, give him advice and all that, and just try to keep everybody around me on the right path, you know. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, yeah. Because like by you keep working hard and you keep putting all this action, you know, it's not just words. You're putting in all the action.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're showing them that consistency is the key. You're showing them that hard work, you know, brings you something beautiful at the end, even though you're nowhere near the end. But so far, you know what I mean? So I think it's important to like we're people's role models regardless if we want to be or not. So I think it's important for us to be good role models as much as we can. Yeah, if someone messes with us, then we gotta stand up for ourselves, period. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to be someone's role model.
100% not. You know, it's just crazy to think about, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I always like try to just stay consistent, because at first, when I first started doing this, I wasn't consistent, but ever since I've been consistent this year, that's when things just start happening. God just been putting things in place, you know what I mean? One thing after another. So consistency is the key. 100%.
Yeah, and what was the moment that you decided it's just meeting Diego, or did you and Diego do like something specific together that was like, this is what we got to start doing for, you know what I mean? Was there a moment?
Yeah.
Or was it just meeting Diego?
I would say that added on to that for sure, because I was at a point in my life where around earlier this year, I was at the lowest point in my life ever. You know, just super depressed. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. And you know, I went out there to shoot a video in BG, and that's when I met Diego. And then just being around that and then coming home and then editing, just dropping videos. Like as soon as I started dropping video after video after video and seeing how far that little thing just took me, I was like, yeah, let's just keep this going.
Yeah. How important is being a creative person and being a creative? How important do you think that is to your mental health and to get you out of that struggle?
The most important thing. If you don't got nothing going for yourself, you're gonna be stuck, not knowing what to do. You're gonna be relying on drugs, alcohol, just a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like girls, all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I block all that out the way and just zone in, man.
Yeah. Focus on your mission.
Yeah. And then, you know, life just takes you wherever life takes you, man. You know?
Absolutely. Yep. You're doing a great job, man.
Appreciate it.
That's a great mindset to get. That's awesome. I don't know what else to say. That's a dope ass mindset. All right. So now that you do all this filming and stuff, like, tell me, like, why are you so passionate for it? How did you create that passion? How did that passion even create itself?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing when you get to shoot something and have somebody's idea and then bring it to life. And then seeing their reaction, because I mean the money's always good, you know, but if you're not making your customer happy, I'm not satisfied. So it's just like the reactions that I get from my videos, like, oh my God, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like it makes me feel good. It makes me want to keep going, you know? Yeah, because that's a beautiful feeling when someone gets happy with the end product. So, and then even more than what they expected. That's what really gets it. Yeah, and then that's like your creative mind came up with all that. Yeah. They told you an idea and then you made it all happen. Yeah. That's cool. I kind of get the same feeling because I clean houses. When I walk in, the house is a mess like this, you know what I mean? And then I go in and clean it, look at all shiny, take pictures, and I like, damn, I feel accomplished. Yeah, like an accomplishment. Right. And then the people, like, they might send me a text like, hey man, the house looks beautiful, da da da. I've gotten some of the most incredible messages sent to me, man. Just talking about how good I did this or how good I did that. And it means the world, honestly. What do you think that you have that's like, do you have some kind of eye for the camera or something like that? Well, I would like to think so. Yeah. But is there something unique about you? Is there a unique style that you have? I would say the editing style is really where it all comes together, because anybody can shoot something. You know, there's times where I edit something that I didn't even shoot, but I make it out of something, you know? So that's really what it is, just the editing part of things.
Okay.
Placing clips in order that makes sense. You know, just everything within that. That's really where it is.
So it's not just about the filming, it's actually about to put the work behind
Yeah, the work
scenes.
behind that nobody sees. The work, you know what I'm saying? That's really where it's at.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you told me that you used to work at a factory. When did you realize, man, I'm not working for these people. Like, I need to work for me. Like, when did you realize that?
Years ago, honestly, man. But it just took me forever to make that jump. You know, that sacrifice, that leap of faith. It took me a long time for me to really, you know what I'm saying, just quit.
Yeah.
And it was literally last month.
Yeah.
You know, when
I seen the post on Facebook.
Yeah. So it was always in the making. Like, I always knew that was the goal. Working at that factory, being there, just stressing every day, being around negative people. You know, because when I first went there, when I first started working at that factory job, I was like, man, I would say I was. You know what I'm saying? Nothing bothered me. Anybody could say anything to me, nothing bothered me. I just kept smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, man, God, you crazy, huh?
Yeah, because
you know
you're calm, cool, collective kind of guy.
Yeah, but then that factory really like kind of changed me in a way to where like the littlest things started bothering me. You know what I mean? So it's really like it's an evil place, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
it's
I swear.
Evil place.
Like, I don't have nothing against people that work in.
Of course,
nowhere,
you know, everybody
like,
got to make their money.
Yeah,
you know
I know.
saying?
Everybody got. But when I worked there too, bro, I used to be 18 years old. I worked at a factory, and then I ended up being bitter. I used to tell people, "Don't watch me, watch TV." Like, what the hell? Like, because people used to watch me go on break and say that I was like 5 minutes late back and stuff. Oh my God, I used to get so
even
crazy.
until till now, like I've always had great relationships with everybody, but there's times where like something happens and you're like, dang, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have acted like that. You know, I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's always those times because you know people like in factories you got to deal with so many different people, so many different attitudes, so many different.
Especially with like in the position that I was in, I was in management, so I was like controlling all like the material basically. So anything wrong with like the material, with counts in the system, I would have to go out there and deal with people all the time, you know?
Yeah, how did you get from like going into the factory, making it all the way to management?
So,
because you're young, like I usually like 19. Managers are a little older.
Yeah, so the job I was doing is a cycle counting job. So basically, you know how Jeep has a assembly line? So our factory basically ships parts out to the assembly line so they can keep building. So every hour there's always like a route going out. So my job was basically to get all the parts that weren't sent out, make sure they get sent out. And I was always doing things that nobody else would do. Like say like, hey, I need you to go do replan. Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? No problem. I ain't say nothing back. I just go do it. You know what I'm saying? I just did my job and did more than what I had to. And the manager at the time, his name's Carlos. Man, very good person. He's really one of the biggest mentors that I've had along my journey. You know what I'm saying? My teenage journey and until now. And he believed in me because even though I was young, a lot of people didn't think I would get that position. But you know, he believed in me, man, and that's really all it is.
He's the one that gave you the opportunity.
Opportunity to promote me into the spot. You know?
That's awesome. You got to be a real leader to become a manager, especially at a young age.
Yeah, well, not a manager, but I was in management.
Or
like basically supervisor.
Yeah. But still, it's like being like in charge of a group of people, right? Or you're in charge of like a group of whatever products or whatever. Yeah, so it's hard. Like
it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, you don't see young people in them positions.
Yeah, and then everybody else is around me like, you know, some people probably was hating, but everybody was mostly happy for me because they knew what type of guy I was. Yeah.
That sounds a little bit like me. Like I've always, like every job that I've ever been to, like I always put the little bit extra work in so I can try to move up. I used to work at the casino, right? And I cleaned toilets and stuff. But then I always tell people would be like, bro, you work too hard. I'd be like, man, I'm trying to own this casino.
Yeah, because like my boss told me, you work for where you want to be, not where you're at. So like if you put in all the work, he's gonna want to promote you because you're showing that you're not comfortable. You know, you want more. So that's basically how I got promoted and all that. And then, you know, I've been working there. It's basically like a comfortable feeling, like knowing that a check's gonna come every week. That was really the most, and that's really how I got everything I got right now. Cause you know what I'm saying, I was able to get a lot of things within that job. That's how I got my camera, you know, my house, my car. So it's a blessing, and I never like take that away, because God
Yeah.
put me in that position for a reason to get me where I'm at today.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, I'm always grateful for everything that happened within that factory, but it's just not for me, you know.
Of course, you know, factory, like working for somebody, bro, that's like putting your dreams to the side and living
Yeah.
for their dreams. You know what I mean?
And as soon as you gone, man, they replace you like you nothing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you're
So,
just a number.
yeah, just a number.
You leave, they put a new temp in your position, train him, and that's it.
Yep.
Like that. The thing is, like all of this stuff, bro. Like you got to think about it. Like they tried, like the whole like system is just like to kind of brainwash people to be like, kind of like, hey, work at this factory, eat all this food, watch football, chill, forget about your dreams, forget about all your dreams. Just go to work for GM.
You're making somebody else's dream come true.
Go to work, watch football, eat these chips, go to McDonald's. Don't worry about your dreams, bro. Your dreams are never gonna come. They're too hard to get. Fuck that. Our dreams are right here, bro, right now. But a lot of these people, they don't think, they just want to work for somebody else. And then, they're on strike and they get mad now they can't live on $500 a week. I've lived on way worse. They complain about it. But the thing is, all of them people, I love them. They're my friends and my family. But you guys can create something yourself. And people like me can help you promote it and grow it. And people like you can make videos for them and help them grow them. We don't gotta work at these factories.
Yep.
Like, I mean, not everyone can leave but still, like, there can still be some dream in us.
All you need is just that little bit of inspiration, that little bit of motivation, man, to get you going.
Yeah.
And that's what I had, you know. At that point in my life, last month, it was time, and I knew it was time.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm so proud of you for following your dreams, because when you follow your dreams, you're gonna show other people that they can follow their dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's this quote that I posted on Facebook, you know, telling everybody that I quit my job, and it's like, when you're scared to jump, that's when you're supposed to jump. If not, you're always gonna be stuck in the same place for the rest of your life. And that I can't do.
Yeah, that's the best way, dude. Just jump in and then figure it out from there.
Yeah.
It's like jumping in the water and then, oh shit, the sharks are coming. I gotta start swimming. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right, so let's see. That's a good little spot right there. So it seems like you're always doing like music videos and all that kind of stuff. Like, why are you so into music? Is music in your background or?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I've always been. My whole family's basically music, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So growing up, I'm always, dancing, just listening to music during barbecues or anything like that. And then I started picking up the guitar a little bit and playing the guitar, and I actually went to TSA, Toledo School for the Arts. That's like around the corner from here.
Okay.
And I was going there for I think my 8th grade, and learned a lot there and all that. And then after that, I picked up an accordion, just always trying new stuff, new things and all that. And I just love music, You
love music,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden you start, shooting, filming videos. So it's like you fell in love even more with all that stuff, right?
Music is around me all times, everywhere.
And then your dad is in in a band or something like that.
Yeah, my dad's in a band. Yep.
So music's in your blood, basically.
Yep. It's crazy because that's a long story right there. Growing up, my biological dad, I never met him until I was 15 years old. And my dad that's in jail right now, his name's Ricardo. He raised me since I was, in diapers and all that. But, that's a story within itself. And he got so basically until from 15 to now, I always was like, you know what? This is my dad. Ricardo's my dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how I still feel. I'm saying? That's my dad.
That's your dad, yeah.
So, but I always just block that side of the family out. So my Jimenez side, I would go over there and chill with them and all that, but I don't know, it's just they were strangers to me, so I didn't really know how to fit in with them.
Your biological dad's side?
My biological dad's family, yeah.
So you never really mess with them?
No, not as much, but they're amazing people, I love them to death, but
you were separated because you didn't even know they were your family.
So it was kind of weird just going around them at first, but after getting to know them and all that, I got more comfortable.
So when did you meet your dad, your real dad?
So he got out, I think later that year. He got out of jail.
Oh, because they were trying to tell you before he got out of jail, right?
Yeah,
to get you like prepared.
probably. I don't know about that. It just went down like that.
Yeah, but I mean, but still, they were probably fighting over that.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, why?
It could have been one. Yeah.
It could have been like he's about to get out, and Nate's gonna find out, and she's like, "Fuck it, listen." You know what I mean? We don't know, but I'm saying like things stem from things. You know what I mean? Like they wanted you to find out probably before he came and told you. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I remember like
I don't know. I'm just trying to justify your mind.
I get it. I know. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know.
But what's it called? I remember like, you know, after I was told that, I would go online, look at like Javier Jimenez mugshots and shit, like, so I could see what he looks like.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, this dude look just like me. You know what I'm saying? So I started just looking into it more, and then.
Did you read about his case? Why he was in jail? None of that.
Nah, I really didn't look into that. No,
okay.
But
yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, when did you meet your dad? Yeah.
So
like,
he got out of prison later that year, and then they I forgot how I was asked to go over there and meet him, but I got dropped off over there, and then I remember walking in the house. He was sitting in the corner of the kitchen, and then going up to him, he stood up and all that, gave me dap. It was always like weird at first.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like looking at him, I'm like, dang, this really like my biological dad. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and I always felt guilty. That was the thing, cause I never wanted to have him in my life because. My dad was like, you know what, you're my son.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you're my dad. So, and then going to go see him and all that and meeting him for the first time, it was kind of weird. I wasn't really comfortable like that. Of course. And then I came home, my dad sitting on the couch, Ricardo, and I just felt guilty. Like almost like you're cheating on somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would always care about his feelings, so like I never, and then that's when I started like ignoring Javier's phone calls. Like I would always try to block it out of my life, but it wasn't until recently I kind of grew up and mature and realized like not a lot of people have a dad, so I got two dads that care about me, and that's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing, you know what I'm saying? So not a lot of people have a dad, so I'm really blessed for real, honestly.
Absolutely. And your mom did a really good job raising you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your mom and your what's his name, Ricardo?
Yeah.
Yeah, your he's your real dad. Yeah. So your dad and your mom, they did a really good job raising you.
Oh yeah, for sure. They gave me the best life. Like I couldn't ask for nothing more, man.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
And then your dad, your real dad, he just made a mistake and probably ended up in jail for a long time.
Yeah, ended up in jail, and then my mom with this dude didn't want him to meet me and all that for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
just a weird life, man. Like,
it is. But like now that so my dad Ricardo, he went to jail in 2017, and he's serving 10 years in prison.
Oh. Okay.
So ever since he went to jail in 2017, that's when, cause like. He was always making the money, you know what I'm saying? Like getting everything, making sure we're all straight. So as soon as he went to jail, that's when everything went downhill. So there was really no finances really to take care of us and all that. So that's why I started working at the factory job. Okay. Because I was really supposed to go to college for like baseball and all that. I had like all this other dreams that I wanted as a kid, like baseball, just going to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it didn't go down like that. And going to like him leaving, basically. I had to step up, you know what I'm saying, for myself, and I try to help my, you know what I'm saying, my family as much as possible, but really like myself, honestly, because my mom had her own things to deal with at the time. I got a little brother and sister that are twins. She got a lot of responsibility to take care of, so me being an adult, I got to really hold my own.
Yeah, because but like it kind of it's kind of crazy. Like you have one dad going into jail and then one dad coming out. Like so, I mean, even though like. You don't really know your biological dad that much, but you can kind of like get to meet him a little bit more.
Yeah, and I've gotten to so I would say around like 2017 when my dad went to jail. I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm about to just not have a dad, blah blah blah. I don't even care about Javier. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think about now, but that's how I thought when I was a teenager. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it on my own. I'm gonna do everything on my own. I don't need a dad that's out here taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait for my dad to come out. So, but just growing up and maturing, just realizing how much Javier was trying for me, it really like opened my eyes and wanted to build a relationship with him. Because it's a blessing to have two dads to love you.
Yeah, and is your bio, is Javier like doing good? Is he showing you like positive change?
So here's the crazy thing. So we was talking about music. So I was playing the accordion and the guitar, right? And this is before I even knew Javier was my dad. Basically, Javier plays the accordion and the guitar. He's like the best in Toledo. Everybody knows him from his music and from his bands and all that. So I know how my family probably felt looking at me like, this dude's playing the accordion just like his dad. He don't even know. It's just crazy because it passed down through genes. So I'm over here playing the accordion guitar, jamming out. You know, the real reason why I started playing the accordion was my uncle Miguel, and he started like he got an accordion and all that, and we had like an iPad like 2013 whatever 2012, and he was like playing like Dragos Amagos on the accordion. I was like, I want to do that. So I got it. I was learning like Etao, just all types of songs and all that, and just learning all the instruments and all that, and then realizing that my biological dad plays that.
That's crazy.
So when he came out of jail, we had something to bond over of. You know what I'm saying? So instead of like trying to build a relationship, we just started off with music. So he would teach me how to play the guitar more. He would teach me things on the accordion, and I was going over his house and you know, learning a lot of stuff and all that. And he would always, you know, show me new things.
Yeah, that's cool to have a dad to teach you something, because like, you know what I'm saying, it sucks when your dad's like me. Like my dad always worries about just me teaching him everything, or me doing everything for him.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like I don't got time to. Like I want a dad that's like teaching me something, guiding me. Like that's like, even though my dad's 65, like me and him getting arguments all the time over this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, you know, I'm looking at you, you know, hearing your stories and all that, and about your dad. Hearing stories like that growing up really opened my eyes and made me like realize I'm blessed. Yeah, it's flat out.
You are blessed, man. You are blessed. So now that you tell me about your dad and about your you know, your real dad and your other dad, and tell me, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about finding out at 15 and going through all this? How do you feel about it?
Like I said earlier, you know, I felt as if I didn't need another dad. But now, you know, growing up, realizing how much Javier was trying for me, so I'm like, yeah, let me try to build a relationship and all that. And I still got my dad in prison. That's always gonna be my dad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm always open to build a relationship with the other side as well. So now I have two dads that care about me, man. It's a blessing. So I can't wait for him to get out of prison so we can continue our life together.
Yeah, and then now that you're doing bigger things, you know, so.
Yeah, so I talk to him all the time. He calls me, man, and I could just almost imagine how he feels, because there was ways that he can see what I was doing.
Yeah, like through email and stuff like that.
So like I always knew he was like checking me out and all that. You know, he's proud of me. So that's really what I do it for. You know, I can't wait, because the goal is like by the time he gets out, I'm gonna have everything set. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a place for him to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like I got him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like he had me.
So him and your mom aren't together anymore. When he gets out, he's gonna have to like get his own place and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool. I did that for my dad. When my dad got out of prison, I picked him up from jail. I've never really hung out with him ever. Like picked him up from jail, got him his own apartment, started getting to meet him and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, give him you know, he's gonna probably be happy. He's probably gonna change his life. He's probably gonna have more goals. Oh yeah. It all depends, you know, how he's living. He's a hustler. There. So yeah, if he's always been a hustler, trust me, all he has to do is just find like a new age hustle. Like this is a new age hustle.
He's smart too, cause man, he's like one of the smartest people I know, man.
For real.
And you know, he always that's really who I am today, is because of Ricardo. Okay. You know, he raised me to be who I am, and he always did his dirt to make our you know what I'm saying, our family better. Of course. So he always told me like, look, man, I lived this life just so you don't have to live this life. So growing up, never got in trouble, never, you know what I'm saying, always stayed away from that kind of stuff. And I was never in his business. I was never like, you know what I'm saying, peeking around, you know what I'm saying, never. I just always knew that I had food on my table and I was great. Yeah,
that's us as dads. And if we don't know, like, because me, I went to prison. You know, I fucked up. I went to prison. I missed out like 4 years of my kid's life But like I was always working, but I always like lived paycheck to paycheck. I could never make a little bit more, so I would dabble in and then do some shit, and I got caught up in some wrong shit, and I went to jail. But it wasn't that wasn't my intention. My intention was to make a little bit money for the family.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
man. So like around the time, you know, I had my twin brother and sister. They're 10 years old now, and my little brother really had like a lot of medical issues, so it was hard to pay for that. You know what I mean? So he would come up with ways to provide for that, so my little brother can live. Yeah. So like people don't know that. People just see what they read on the internet and just take it from like, dang, you know what I'm saying? He's a bad person. Like my dad was the greatest person you could ever meet. Yeah,
and the thing is, people would just read stuff like me. When I went to jail, people were showing me the newspaper. You're going to jail, son. I was like, man, come on, man. People read into a bunch of bullshit, but they don't understand that. Like people like your dad, they're working hard every day to try to make ends meet. Cause like the system is not giving us jobs. We're making $40 an hour. Yeah, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard out here. So when he gets out, you should put him on all these like, you know, new things, you know, podcasting. Like he could start a podcast like me, bro. Yeah, like you can help him. Yeah, like he has a story. Yeah. He can tell. He can come out. He can have the first episode tell his prison story, and then go from there and interview local people from the town and stuff. Like
he has a lot of ideas and all that. Yeah, and right. You know, he being in jail, you know what I'm saying, you come up with new ways. He's always researching. He's always looking up stuff. So he's very knowledgeable in the world. Yeah. So, but you know, he always told me like, hey man, like at first it was always like, hey man, I know you got some rappers. I could write a song about my life, man, that you can give it to them. But now it's, hey, let's make a movie about my life. You know what I'm saying? So that would be dope. When he comes out, we can make a movie about his life.
Oh, hell yeah. That's dope. Hell yeah, documentary type of movie with all the clips. You guys can go back. Man, that's dope. Yeah, for sure. And then from there, that can just be the starting point to something else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be good. You should do that for sure, 100%.
That's a go.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Your two dads or your mom and stuff? Your mom? She started. So when all this happened, your mom started a business and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Epic Events by Selena.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that. Like everybody went to jail, so she had to like make for you guys, right? Yeah. Or did she already have that before everyone went to jail or whatever?
A little bit. Yeah. She was involved in like party planning and all that.
Okay, yeah.
Like for my Sweet 16, my dad was out of jail for my Sweet 16. Okay. So he was there and he made it all happen, you know what I'm saying? Bought you know what I'm saying, did everything. And my mom planned it out, decorated it and all that. So it was always, she had that talent always, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when he went to jail, she really stepped it up, and she's a hustler too, man.
Yeah, she has the eye for decorations and stuff, and you have the eye for filming.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, there's like a special thing to you guys.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So what are some hobbies that you like to do, like besides
other
filming?
Than videos?
Huh?
Other than videos?
Yeah.
I like to so my dude Cartier Flex, he always comes over and chills with me and all that, stays the night, and he brings his studio over. Like mobile studio, so I like to make music on the side. You know, a lot of people don't know I make music. Some people do, but I don't really try to promote myself as a rapper. Maybe I am. Maybe I will one day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like a rapper type?
Yeah. So I dabble in with a little bit of rapping. I'm gonna show you my song in a minute too. It's pretty good, but
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I do that on the side. Let me see. I play golf on the side. I started golfing back in like 2020. With my cousin Lonzo, and going out with him, I just fell in love with golfing, man. I sucked at first. Golfing is the most hardest challenging sport you could ever try, but it was really like stress relieving. Like I would go out there and clear my mind, you know. So like for the whole year 2020, I would just hit the driving range. I didn't even hit the golf course yet. I would work on the driving range, and that can really that's like a good analogy for a lot of things. You know, work on your craft before you hit, you know what I'm saying, hit the big time. So I was always working on that, and then hit the golf course, and then just fell in love with it, man. Just being out there, I had my radio. I go out there by myself. Yeah. I don't need nobody.
Yeah, it gives you like a calm, like peace, calm. Yeah. I've been golfing a few times. I used to be in a league and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
I'm no good though.
It's hard, man. It's challenging. I'm not that great either, but I've gotten a lot better.
To the side.
Yeah, slicing and all that.
Yeah, man, that's so hard.
See, like I always worked on my driver at first. So like I got my gyri down, then I worked on my irons, but it's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to work from the bottom up, but I did it backwards. But yeah, just.
How about putting? You good at putting and stuff?
I'm not the best at putting. Putting is probably the hardest part, I would say. It's like, I would say from about 100 yards out to the pin, chipping, putting is the hardest part. Driving is the easiest part for me because I can just get the ball out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because like sometimes the greens are like this and that. You gotta calculate.
You gotta read it. You gotta bend down a little.
And then it's windy, so it's like, damn.
All of that plays a factor.
It's too much things to calculate. Your brain has to like go into like overdrive.
But it's fun though, because when you get a par, when you get like a birdie, man, it's the best feeling ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never got like a hole in one or nothing.
Me
I
either.
seen a hole in one before, but I never got one.
Oh, you seen one before?
Yeah, I seen one. Yeah, like one of my
crazy.
friends hit a hole in one on a par 3.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
They're like,
we couldn't
let's
even
go.
believe it. We couldn't even believe it because there was like something in the waves and he hit it. He was like, we think we got a hole in one. And then we're like, nah. But then when we got down there, the darn ball was inside the cup, bro.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
crazy.
That's crazy.
There was like one time, like it was like one in a lifetime deal.
Right.
But like, okay, so I always see you guys dancing, you and your mom. That's like something you like to do, right?
So yeah, growing up, I got all my dancing skills from my mom. She's the best dancer ever. I ain't gonna lie to you. She's, you know what I'm saying? But I was always in quinceañeras growing up and all that, going to quinceañeras when I was little, dancing with everybody, you know. So that's really how I got into that. And then that's really what I was known for a little bit when I was a teenager, you know, just dancing.
Yeah, and then everybody invited you to their quinceañeras.
Yeah, I stood up and I was somebody's escort, you know what I'm saying? I think I was 2 people's escorts.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. I was in one quinceañera a long time ago.
Was you?
Yeah, when I was like a little kid, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's good, man.
It's fun because you get to learn all those dances.
Yeah,
and
make
stuff
new
like
friends, all that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so how about anything else that you like to do? You play video games and stuff like that?
Well, I was a big gamer growing up.
Okay.
Like, I want to say ever since I was like 9 years old to probably around when I graduated high school, gaming every day, you know what I'm saying? And that's really like, growing up, I had to really put the game down and move on with my life because that was to get me nowhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was a big gamer for sure. But it's like I never left. Every time I touch the sticks, I never left. I'm the best Call of Duty player out there.
Oh, yeah,
Try
right?
me, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was kind of like holding you back from like your dreams and stuff.
Yeah, I would say from a lot of things. Honestly, I wasn't the best in school because of that. You know, I didn't have the best grades because I wanted to just go home and play my game. You know what I mean? And my dad used to tell me like, he used to say my room was my apartment. I would always be in my apartment playing my game. And I remember this one time I'd be so zoned into the game I don't even care what's going on. And then my dad comes in the room. He's like, "Hey Nate, there's zombies out there eating everybody. You need to come out here and look at it." I'm like, "For real? That's crazy." You know what I'm saying? Like not even hearing, man. I just so zoned in, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
I just had to put it down.
Did you ever think about like streaming and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
To like make money and stuff like that?
Yeah. So back when I was like around 14-ish, 15, I would play like competitive Call of Duty. So there was like this online gaming thing called MLG Gaming, and basically you would create like a community on a PS4, have all these different players come together and do wage matches. So I'll put like $5 up, they'll put $5 a pot at the end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I started doing that and then looking into like competitive gaming, because competitive gaming wasn't as popular as it was now than it is now. Yeah. So I was literally just watching it all grow from the bottom on YouTube, seeing like the streamers and all that. I had my like camera set up. So I was getting into that a little bit, but I just never like did it.
Yeah, you never did it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. It's way better what you do now.
Oh.
Yeah, because imagine just being on a computer all day playing video games.
Yes.
That don't seem like it's like that's not like a good long-term goal.
It's not, man. It could be like
cool.
business-wise if you get it big, but if you waste your whole life gaming, bro, imagine what you could have done your whole life, you know what I'm saying?
There's so much out here. Like all the stuff you see, all these shows you go to, like you wouldn't be able to do none of that because you would like people that stream, like there's a certain, like every day at a certain time they got to be there to stream and to do that.
It's a lot.
That's why when I do my social media, I just do like some people say you need to make your TikTok like about, you know, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna make my TikTok about me working out in the morning because that's what I do. I can't make it like me doing all these inspirational quotes in the morning because I have to go to the gym. So all I do is just duet, inspirational messages that I like to inspire myself.
Right.
I don't care about nobody else.
Yeah.
I'm inspiring myself so I can keep going to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cause like, man,
Amazing.
I'm a fat boy inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I gotta keep driving myself so I can keep going. And by making my videos, it's kind of holding me accountable so I can go tomorrow, because I know I gotta
make a video for the next
I got
day.
a couple followers that watch my videos. Maybe they're working out with me. I don't know. But I got to keep going. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday.
I see them, man. You get me
to
motivated
show
in the
them.
gym, for sure.
Yeah, because if we just consistently do something, it's going to build the confidence. It's going to build the dedication.
Yeah.
Like, you know why you're so dedicated to your stuff now is because you built that. You built that dedication by doing it every single day. If you would have just, like you said, remember when you said you put the camera down and up, you weren't building the dedication to it.
Yeah.
You were just like, ha.
Yeah.
But then when you grabbed it every day, now look at you.
Yeah.
You turned into an animal, bro.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
You're like the myth. What did I say? The man, the myth, the legend, bro.
That's a blessing to hear, for real.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Because like you just deciding like 6 months ago, I'm really gonna go at this, or whatever. It's been like 8 months now, or whatever.
February.
Yeah. So you imagine if you would have decided like 4 years ago, or or imagine yourself in like 5 years from now. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I would say doing big time films, working with big time artists, just doing things that I never probably would have thought of. I don't like to really like set like where do I see myself, because I can do that literally like next month and then do something even bigger. So
of course.
I don't like to set limitations, but I see myself in big places, man.
That's cool. Cause I just asked that
important work.
I asked that kind of stuff because I believe in manifesting. I believe in putting like maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I believe in the words you speak out into the universe. They travel somehow and they manifest into it's just like praying. You know, some people pray to God, and the stuff works. But even without praying, bro, even on this podcast, I've said a bunch of stuff that I want to do, and I did it because I'm saying it out loud and people are listening, and we manifest stuff.
I would say I'm gonna make a big time film.
Yeah.
Big time film. Probably win a Grammy.
Yeah. Yeah, because we gotta manifest that shit, and I believe that you will. You just gotta keep going.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
so what's the next? Okay, tell me about your transition from working for somebody to being a full-time film crew guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Videographer.
Yeah. So like the transition, I mean, it's pretty natural, because I still have that drive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like leaving my factory, it's like, all right, this is it. This is your moment. This is what you've been waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it. You get to make your own schedule. You get to do what you got to do, man, to work every day and to get to where you want to be. So I would say it was a pretty smooth transition, because I have clientele, I have work basically to keep me going.
Yeah. And then do you do you miss that check? Is that security of that check, or is it, oh well?
It's always a good feeling to know that a certain amount of money is coming every well, I got paid every 2 weeks. But honestly, like, no, man, I wouldn't say that, because I'm making more money now, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, with them 8 hours that you were there, you could be making way more money.
Yeah, and then that whole, because I can't even just imagine how many hours added up, how long I was there missing out on editing time.
Of course.
Dude, it's crazy, bro. It's like,
dude.
it's crazy.
How much is like a video? Like, I'm not saying exactly, but like how much is like a video for a wedding? Like something like that.
Video for a wedding, it would go from, it just depends on how long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but just give me like a ballpark.
Like $1,000.
Okay, so let's say $1,000. Boom. You can do one wedding a week, you know what I'm saying? Once you get big enough, you can do one wedding every weekend, and you can make just as much as you make, you know what I mean, a week at work at a factory.
Yep, and then within the days of that Saturday to the next Saturday, I have this shoot, this shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like,
yeah. I was just saying one wedding, you can get that much.
Right.
Imagine everything else you can do in between that whole week without having to go put all these hours into this other people's dreams.
the thing is like, I feel like I'm working harder now, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like the factory, it's like I couldn't do anything with the videos. Like so at the factory, I would always like listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, and really like educate myself. So the whole time I was there, I would always just educate myself, look at videos, how do you do this, how do you do that, and basically it's getting me prepared to take that leap. So I would say just, you know what I'm saying, just looking at all that and just realizing like amount of knowledge I've built just by watching videos during the whole time. Just
so you use like your factory jobs for like to like a school to like build like because you were like a manager or what or like a
supervisor basically.
So you weren't like building parts all day.
No,
like,
I was sitting at the desk at a computer all day.
Okay, so you had time to learn.
Yeah, as much as possible. But I was pretty busy there, but I still had time to really like put in the AirPod, just listen to things. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, man. That's because like that's kind of what I do in my cleaning business. I'm just cleaning, so I'm listening to podcasts, and that's why I created this because I'm listening to podcasts all day, and I'm like, man, that'd be cool to have my own podcast.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, because then like we build like by you doing that listening to all that probably helped you build your dream because you're like, man, all these people doing it. Yeah, these people doing all this stuff.
Just walking around. I remember. It's crazy because it's like yesterday. It was yesterday. Just like walking around the factory, just looking up, just looking at all these parts like, dang, I'm not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like just realizing like where life's going to take me. It's just crazy.
Yeah. How was your last day? What'd you do?
My last day actually was the day of the fiesta.
Oh, it was?
So, what's it called? I was supposed to be there. So I put in my 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, before that. And, you know what I'm saying, working and all that. And then the last day came and I was only there for 5 hours. But they said I was supposed to be there for the full 2 weeks. And he's like, yeah, if you work the full 2 weeks, you can come back. I'm like, you know what? I know I'm not coming back, but I'm gonna work the full 2 weeks because the type of person I am. Because I don't want to leave them in the dust. And like, some people have to step up. So I wanted to make sure that everybody's prepared, leave off on a good note. You know what I mean?
You're a man of your word. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So I was in there for like 5 hours. And time went by slow. It went by really slow. And like I remember the last 20 minutes, man, it was just crazy. My supervisor ended up crying and all that. Just people, it was crazy because I was working with her for 4 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like you see them more than anybody else.
Yeah, but I didn't say bye to everybody. So if I didn't say bye to you, man, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We can get together and all that because I still love everybody there, man. They're like family.
Yeah, because you meet a lot of cool people at a factory or whatever job you work at.
But I really just like bounced out. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said bye to a few people, but I was just fiesta time. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this. So I came.
You're like, what's that one? There's a guy that quit a job in a movie. He's like, you're cool, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what this dude told me. He's like, you should do that. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't like that.
You're like, F you, you're cool, you're cool. Yeah.
That's funny, man.
That's how you feel when you walk out of a place like that, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's like, all right, and you're like, let me, man, you're lucky that you don't run out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember just leaving, just looking up in the sky. I was like, all right, man. Boom, stepped the last foot off that concrete, went into my car, go time. Yeah. So I went to the fiesta and just got straight to work. You know what I'm saying? And
that's when I seen you right there. As soon as I walked in, but I was there later.
Yeah,
first person I said hi to was you.
Wow. Yeah.
Like I walked down the steps and you're the first person that was standing right there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And I said, what's up to you? And I was like, damn, that's cool. That's the first day that you quit your job.
Yeah, first day, bro.
That's crazy.
First day. The same day, I got up at 5 o'clock, 4:30. 4:30 that day.
Yeah, so your journey is just beginning, man.
Yeah,
so you got a lot of things to do.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Let me keep talking about that day. So I got there, left the factory at 10, went home, changed real quick, went straight to the fiesta, and I got there around like 10. I stayed all the way into the end around like 11. So that's all day, literally. Damn. But I didn't mind it because I love being there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then after that, I had another shoot to do.
You did?
So my
that night?
Yeah, that night. Oh, so Diego was doing like basically me and Diego do recap parties for BOE and just a whole bunch of college parties and all that. So their parties don't start until 10, and it don't get popping until around like 11. And that's when I showed up. So I went there, I'm tired, you know what I'm saying, just going through it. I'm like, you know what, let's do this, bro. So just did it.
Yeah, that's good. That's hard work, bro. That's what you gotta do.
Ain't get home, so I woke up at 4:30, ain't get home till like 2:30 a.m.
Damn. Dude, like that kind of shit, you should have somebody videotaping you doing all that.
Yeah.
Like making them, like like making a video about what you like, especially like on a cool day like that. You know what I mean?
That was a great day.
Like a cool day like that, like somebody should be videotaping you, videotaping other. You know what I mean? Like just a day in the life of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you have like a really busy day like that, you should have a crew just like making a movie about you.
And there's people out there that hit me and Diego up saying like, hey, if you need some behind the scenes shots, but like when you're just in go mode, bro, you don't even think about all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, let's just get this done, bro.
I know.
But yeah, that's smart. I'm gonna do that though.
Yeah, you should do one day, like just like when you got a cool day like that, like a real busy day like that. Just like follow me in the life of, man.
Yeah.
Cause I know what you mean though. Like I had to get that couch over there, and I was like, I went and got it from Marketplace, stuffed it in my car, brought it up the steps, and I told my editor Brandon, like, and he's like, why didn't you call me? I was like, man, I didn't have time to call you, pick you up, like,
just get it done, man.
Just get it done.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, we gotta keep going, but like one day you should do one of those, because I think a day in the life of you would be cool, especially on like one of those really busy days.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. All right, so okay, I wanted to ask you. We already talked a little bit about your role models and your mentors, but I wanted to go a little bit more into like who really like made you Nate Jimenez the person you are today. Like you said your mom, your dad, your two dads.
I would say honestly, my mom and my dad, because like honestly, growing up, I never had friends. It's like. Sounds like, you know what I'm saying, but I never had friends because I didn't want to be involved in, you know what I'm saying, like there's this crazy stuff going around, so I always stayed to myself. So the only people that I really looked up to and was around all the time was my mom and dad. So I didn't really have any friend to look up to, any role model like that, because they was in my life 24/7, you know what I mean, just keeping me out of trouble and all that.
Okay.
So I would say my mom and my dad.
Those are your two biggest role models.
Yeah. 100%.
And then, okay, how about mentors? You named one of the guys that used to work with you that gave you the
Carlos.
shot. Yeah, Carlos. Was there anybody else that growing up that's, or not growing up, but like as you've been an adult that you look up to, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like you don't follow them every step, but you're like, oh, I noticed them, you know?
I would say my Uncle Jay. Yeah. Because like,
what's his name? Jay who?
My Uncle Jay is Jesse Marroquin.
Oh, okay.
Like we don't talk all the time, but I always look at him as an inspiration because you know, growing up, I was always close to my cousin Jesse, and I would always go to their house, and they had this big house. You know what I'm saying? This dope house, big old pool in the backyard. I'm like, man, I want this life. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's like a very spiritual person. He's in church. He's doing all that stuff and all that. So, going like. When I went to church, I need to go back, by the way. But when I went to church, just like hearing them talk and all that, and I would say my Bishop Chaz Bowes, those two people really instilled, like, they might not know it, but they really, I took a lot from them. Not, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going to church and just hearing them talk.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So you believe in God? You go to church and stuff like that?
Yeah. I need to go back. I haven't been at church recently, but definitely need to go back though.
Yeah, you go to a church an airport over there?
Vita.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, well, it's actually called Compassion now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
they
church
moved
that I went
it from like the north to the airport. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my wife goes there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, you should. I don't know. I went there one time, but maybe I should go a couple more times.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta start doing something, man.
It's like I always tell myself I'm going to church this weekend, but something just happens to where I just miss it. But you know, I have a lot of things to work on personally. You know, I'm not the best. I wouldn't say I'm not the best person, as in like those type of things, as in keeping up with the important things in life, like going to church. So those things I really got to work on for sure. And I'm still learning, still growing, bro. I'm still young. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You gotta just learn and implement. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, learn and implement. That's what I've been doing. Like I told you, like a year and a half ago, you wouldn't even know who I was. You would have been like, "Who's that guy?" I was bigger. I wasn't nobody. Like, I mean, I was somebody in my family and stuff like that, but not like out in the public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all it took was just like learning some, like I learned on podcasts, and then little by little implementing those lessons into my life. Yeah, and it takes time, and it takes dedication and hard work.
It does. It does.
So you just gotta keep going. All right, so I wanted to ask you. Well, that's good, right? With the role models.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Your mom, your dad. All right, so How did you manage? Oh, okay. We talked. All right. Hold on. All right. All right. We talked a little bit about how. Fuck, I forgot. Okay. We talked a little bit about how you never got in trouble and stuff like that when you were younger. Tell me a little bit about like why you didn't really want to go. Like how did you know that? Like how did you know? Was it just your parents or what?
My dad, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Like he really said a lot of things that really just stuck in my brain, man. Just like never. I mean, like, there's always good people out there, right?
Yeah,
but,
of course.
You know, when you're around when you know when you're around people you're not supposed to be around. So I always just stayed away from that. You know what I'm saying? So in high school, I was living in the South. My local district was Bowser, but I went to Wait.
Okay.
So like, I feel like that really played a good factor because in my eyes, I mean, even though both schools aren't the best, but I would say Wait is better as in like troublemakers. You know what I'm saying? Because Bowser really had a lot of kids that I grew up with back in like elementary, you know what I'm saying, that always grew up in the wrong direction, gangs, this and that. So I just stayed away from all that, you know what I'm saying? So even like playing a game in the house, I was in the house all day, so I didn't have friends. I only had family, you know what I'm saying? Like my cousin Tony, my cousin Jesse, you know what I'm saying? Just those two were like the only people that were like my friends, you know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of friends like online, right? With like playing. Did you play with people like online?
Yeah, I had people that, you know what I'm saying?
So you got to talk to people online all the time.
Yeah, so I really didn't have any like people to hang out with because I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't interested.
Yeah, you wasn't in on that shit.
So I would say that, and then, you know, the way my dad raised me to where like I grew up this way, so you don't have to grow up that way. And I always took that to heart, you know what I'm saying? So never sold weed. Never made money the wrong way. I never been in handcuffs before.
No?
Like not once have I ever been in handcuffs. Not once did I see the back of a police car. Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You should be proud of that. Not everyone has to go to jail to learn. Like no.
Yeah.
There's people that say you got to go to jail to learn. No. You can learn right here. Yeah. All the information is actually right here in your phone, bro.
And when people are giving you advice, listen to them.
Yeah.
Like they're, you know what I'm saying? Like the older they are, the more wiser they are. So like,
of course,
you gotta listen to people that's older. You got to. So that's what my mom, my dad always told me to respect your elders. So that's,
I even listen to people that's younger than me.
Exactly.
Like,
the age don't matter, but I'm saying like,
I know
people stuck in that mind don't want to hear advice. They're like, all right, I live this way. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't be like that.
There's things that you've already taught me. Like you've already taught me today things. You've already, and then in the past you taught me about the cameras. You've taught me things like, and I've implemented things that you've taught me into my life, and I'll implement more as the more I get to know you, the more I get to see all your videos and stuff. I'll implement more ideas into my life, and it's not that I'm stealing from you; it's that I'm learning from you.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to learn from you. The more I follow you, I'm going to learn from you, from Diego, from Broken Heart Boy, because people think that I'm Big Yogi'Z Garage, and I'm not egotistic. I don't care about none of that shit. I became a leader when I went to prison. I actually worked with people to actually come up with solutions. Yeah. Our brains are here for us to come up with solutions to problems. Not to overthink and create more problems on top of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like our brain is so you can shoot that video, so you can come up with the editing, so you can come, not for you to think, hey man, what is this guy thinking over there standing? Because like once you start thinking about what that person is thinking, that already you're playing a game that doesn't exist. It's like an imaginary thing. Yeah.
All in your head.
The only thing that ever matters is right now. There's nothing like later on doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Earlier when you were driving here, that doesn't exist no more. You know what I mean? The only moment that exists right now is me and you. He's sitting here talking. So we got to make this moment the best moment possible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people are so worried about the future or the past, and they live a miserable life right now.
Yeah.
When you were stressed out, like what you said earlier, remember we were talking, didn't you say that you had like some time where you were like, did you feel you felt lost because you didn't have like a goal or you didn't have like a something?
It was more of like relationship problems.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was with a girl, and just after all that ended, you know, just was at the worst point of my life. You know what I'm saying? just nothing was really. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I just went to work, went home. That's it.
But if you think about it, you was thinking about the past, right? You was thinking about that girl when you guys were together and now it broke up, da da da. See? If you would have just been like, man, forget her. I'm about to meet this girl. I'm about to take her out. What's the best part of a relationship? The dating stage, right? When you meet a girl, when you take her out on a date. So like anytime me and a girl ever broke up, and I didn't even know this. Anytime any girl, I would just like, boom, push them to the side, focus on a new girl, take her out on dates, go, and then I would just be like living the life.
But
I know it's hard.
crazy because like, you know,
I know it's hard.
It's crazy because, you know, at that time, I'm not the same person as I was before, and neither is she. So like right now, we're really good friends.
Oh, okay.
So like everything plays a role in that. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up, maturing, just finding yourself. After I found myself and I knew what I wanted to do, that's when I like reached back out. You know what I'm saying? Just now we're good. You know what I'm saying? And
so it's more of like a friendship time. That's cool. Yeah. How about now? Do you have a girl now?
No.
Oh, you're single.
Yeah, and I plan on being that way for a long time.
How's single life?
Amazing, man.
Is it amazing?
I don't think about it honestly, man. Honestly, I don't think about girls like that. You know. I was always like, so like being around Diego and all that and Cartier, just at first, you know what I'm saying, like early in the year, they're bringing girls over and all that, and I'm not talking to them really. You know, I'm just like staying to myself. I'm friends, you know, I'm friendly, but they're not, hey, jump on that. I'm like, nah, bro, like I'm not interested, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying, this and that. I'm just like, man, y'all can do that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think about girls like that. Honestly.
I know what you mean too, like, cause like, when I get with a girl, I'm trying to be in a relationship. I'm trying to be faithful. I want her to be faithful. Like if I'm gonna be with her, I want a solid relationship. I don't want no little girl that I'm just gonna, or I mean, I don't want no like woman where I'm just gonna be like sleeping with, and then she's gonna sleep with it. Like, nah, I don't want none of that. Is that kind of how you feel a little bit too?
Yeah, 100%. Cause like I've always been that type of family guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a wife, I want a family, but I know right now in my life I'm not ready for that. And it took me a lot because I was always in a lot of relationships growing up. You know what I'm saying? Just in and out of a long-term relationship, this and that, and I wasn't the best person, you know what I'm saying, and I really had to work on myself and get better, you know what I'm saying. So I know that right now a girl is the last thing on my list, you know what I'm saying. Like work is priority right now. Of
course, and that'll come.
And it'll come, exactly.
When you least expect it,
bro. And that's, God will bring the right one when it's time, and I really believe that.
I believe that too, man. That's good advice. Yeah, because like the thing is, we don't have to jump into nothing. When we jump into something, that's when it fails.
You get distracted, and then you know what I'm saying. You just stay out. You just get off course. You don't want that.
I don't want that. No, and then you get her pregnant, and then oh my God, and then you're like, damn, I can't go with my dreams because I got to get the job back at the factory. Fuck that.
It's tough.
Yeah, you don't want none of that shit.
Avoid it.
Yeah, avoid all that. All right, so okay. Some advice for upcoming videographers or young adults. All right. So now that you all right. Remember earlier I said that you're a role model, and you're like you didn't know if. Tell me, like, now that I feel that you're a role model, that we kind of talked it out. You are a role model. Give me a little bit of advice for like a young videographer up and coming, or even like a young adult, like someone your age.
I would say, you know, whatever you have that you want to do, all you got to do is do it. Like you hear that, it's the most cliché thing to say and hear, but you don't realize it until you actually do it. You know what I mean? So when you actually put in the work and the hours and you're actually dedicated, God's gonna put stuff in you know what I'm saying, in your life to where you're gonna keep going. So like I would say, just put in the hours, put in the hard work, stay dedicated. Don't lose focus, don't get off track. If you have a girl, make sure she's the right one, because she could easily distract you or she can push you in the right direction. It just all depends, you know what I'm saying? So just watch who you have around you, watch your circle, you know what I'm saying? Don't make your circle too big, because I got a small circle still. It's only a few of us, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it that way. But meeting new people and realizing like there's some good people out there, keep those people around, because they're the ones that are gonna help you build. You can't do nothing on your own. You know what I'm saying? You can, but like, you're gonna need somebody to help you out for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need to build like a little team. Like a nice solid team that's for you and
that
for
way
the
you
goal.
can you can focus more on, you know what I'm saying, the things that you want. You can have this person doing this, this, and then you go this way. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are all going up together.
Like delegating work, like me and Brandon. Like I'm doing this, Brandon does the editing. Like you and Diego, you guys.
Exactly.
You got this camera, he has that camera, and then your brother helps you guys too.
Yeah, my brother. Yep, he does. I just bring him to the team not too long ago too. So, you know, it's a blessing, man, because that's Ricardo's son. Yeah. And they didn't really have a relationship growing up. Oh, and okay. You know, I wasn't really around them all like that growing up, but I met him. Well, I didn't meet him. Like, I was always around him when I was younger, but I don't remember, kind of. But then he was in my high school at Wait. So then we kind of like, you know, chopped it up there and all that. And then I seen him on Instagram, like posting videos when I was doing videos. So I'm like, bro, let's go, man. Let's do this. So he came to the team, man, and started shooting pictures for us and all that. And he's now getting more into like the videos. He's a beast.
That's
like,
awesome.
He's a beast. I learned he knows a lot more than me, honestly, man.
For real?
He's a lot more educated on like the cameras and just all the like the book stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But that's gonna be good for you, you know. Yeah. Then that knowledge is gonna be part of it.
It's crazy because like, see me, I'm more of like the like I got the eye and the skills to do this and that, and everybody's good, right? But I'm just explaining like how our team works. So we got Diego. He's more of like the business side of things. Like he's good at getting the gigs. He's good at getting people. He's good at talking. So like he'll get us all gigs and all that. And I come record, boom, boom, and then we go home and edit. And you know what I'm saying? He's just started this year, so he's not as advanced as I am because I've been doing it since 19. Since 19. And I'm 23, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Just growing together, and now we got Salvador that knows a lot about videos, knows a lot about the specs and all that, you know, the specific type of things. And me, I'm just like learning from everybody. He's learning from me. Yeah. You know, this is great, man. It's awesome.
And then little by little, you guys all learn from each other.
Exactly.
And then so Diego's the one that like mostly gets the gigs, and I always see him post like all your guys' stuff online and all that.
Yeah, he's good. He's
really like interactive.
Yeah,
he's like really good.
He's the one that's getting me more involved on social media and really like helping me reach out to people and getting stuff like that. So you know, and he's learning. He's becoming a beast on the editing side of things as well, man. Okay. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So little by little, you guys just keep getting better and better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's dope. All right, so I got some like I've been doing this like rapid fire kind of cool questions and stuff. We gotta turn the board around, so we just take a little break. Let me go use the bathroom too. All right, so we're back from break. All right, so I've been doing these like fun questions at the end, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I got some questions that I always ask everybody right before the end of my podcast. All right, so if you had a superpower, what would be the superpower and why?
What would be the superpower? I would say freeze time. Okay. Freeze time because, you know, time is just constantly going. And sometimes you just want to be stuck in that moment for a long time. I would say that. I would say have control of time, matter of fact, because I can go back. Yeah. I don't want to go forward, but I can go back and freeze it. You know, that's really what I want.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Like that one doctor, whatever, he like goes into like different times and that'd be sweet. All right, dream vacation. Any dream vacation? Some people say Italy, this.
I would say go to Bahamas and play some golf.
Ooh, Bahamas and play some golf.
Can't get no better than that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
With a Corona in your hand.
A nice relaxing place, doing something relaxing. Yeah, you can't beat that. All right, can you tell me a funny moment that's happened, like while you're doing videos and stuff like that? Anything funny, like someone fall off a stage, or I don't know.
There you go.
For real?
So look, me and Diego was doing a recap video for Babyface. No, I forget who it was for. I think it was Babyface Ray. And he was on stage and all that, and he was trying to get this front shot of him. But then there's a guardrail right there that luckily saved him when he fell off the stage.
Diego fell
off the stage? So he's recording, he's just like, doom. Everybody looking at him like, he looks up at me, I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I see Eric, then the DJ's like, hey, be careful, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny, man. That was a good moment.
That's funny, and it was Diego.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like the artist or something.
Nah, man.
That would be even worse. All right, so, okay, hold on one second. If your life was a movie, which your life is kind of a movie right now, it's happening so fast. What would the title of your movie be?
The title of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Are you guys gonna name it Javi, or is it gonna be some?
I would say, shoot, something. It had to do something with Javi. Yeah, I would say, behind the scenes of Javi.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I was thinking more like Fast and the Furious, because you guys are just.
Oh.
You guys just doing some shit.
That's
you know
good.
what I mean?
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's a good one.
I was thinking. I mean, that's already the name of a movie,
Yeah.
but like, I was just thinking that because you guys are like taking off really quick, man.
I appreciate it.
I love it, man. I love everything you guys are doing. All right, favorite food and like your favorite restaurant here in Toledo.
Favorite food, Mexican food, obviously. I would say my new favorite restaurant is Gallo for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Gallo, they have the best atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Music all the time, the best food. It's really cool in there. It's dope.
Yeah, and the presentation, all the food comes out with looking like all nice with the garnishes. And
I'm
stuff.
actually about to go there after this and shoot for F1 because even last week we did the grand opening and I was editing a little bit and I sent it to Jack and then he's like, whoa. Because at first, I ain't gonna lie, he was like, yeah, man, so are you gonna do a good job? You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm like, bro, you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, watch this. So I go home, I just edit a few clips and I send it to him. He's like, whoa. Yeah. He's like, all right, man. He's like, all right, just put me in a video too. Yeah. And he's like, matter of fact, F1's gonna be coming this Friday, so I want you to come here and get some more shots. Oh, okay. And then I told him that we need to get some more shots of food, of the exotic foods that they have. So I'm gonna go back today and continue working on that video.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
After the podcast, we're going to Gallo de Oro.
Gallo de Oro, man. Check it out.
Jack.
Sylvania Road.
Let's get that sponsorship up here, Jack. Let's go. I'm trying to find a restaurant.
No, that's a perfect one.
I'm trying to find a restaurant, either Gallo de Oro or Carlos Poco Loco, because it's a Cuban restaurant and it's here in downtown. But one of them, like because eventually I want to do live podcasts, not all the time. But like, let's say I have a big person here in Toledo. I would love to like sit down with David Garcia live on stage. That's a great guy. Live on stage and have a whole bunch of people there. Oh, that'd be dope. Like a party, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on that team, man. We can
for
make
sure.
That happen,
and then we
bro.
can have like Broken Heart Boy like perform after.
We got everything, bro. It's just we got all the necessary resources.
Like, with all the people that we got on the podcast, like I was thinking about doing like a 100 episode party, like at one of these restaurants, have a live, podcast like in the beginning. Like me and David Garcia or me and Jose Rosales, they're two good dudes. They're like people in the in the town that are like up, great, mentors. Those and all great that. People, yeah, I would like to have one of them on stage, and then after that, a party. Broken Heart Boy, CNN Mikey could be like the big dude.
And they were me and Diego recording everything.
You guys recording everything, and we can then we can post it on Big Yogi'Z Garage, and we can post it on your page. Oh yeah, the same video. Oh yeah, because it doesn't matter.
No, it don't matter. Yeah, everybody's gonna see it.
You think that's a good idea?
Let's do it, bro.
Let's go. Let's do that. We can do it, bro. It's all possible. Big Yogi'Z 100 episode party on stage.
That'll be dope, bro.
Let's go.
It's soon coming too.
Yeah, it's coming because this is. I don't know what episode yours is gonna be yet, but it's in the 60s, like 60s,
high 60s.
Yeah, high 60s. All right, so I got some more questions. All right, so if you were stranded on a desert island, right, and you can only bring 3 items, what would those 3 items be and why?
So. Is food and water involved? So like, are those out of the equation?
Let's say do that. Yeah, let's say there's a bunch of food and there's water, there's a little river, all that shit.
I would say, desert island. I would say, give me a shovel. Give me my golf clubs, and then give me some fake grass. You know what I'm saying? Unlimited grass. I'm creating a golf course and golfing every day.
Okay. Yeah. And just chilling.
Yep.
You don't need nothing else.
Just golf, man.
That's cool. I thought for sure you would throw a camera in there.
Ah.
But no, hey, you can't
Man.
be filming. It's just you by yourself. Who are you
Yeah.
gonna be filming?
Yep.
You gotta just chill.
Not a shovel. Give me a big old tractor so I can, you know what I'm saying? Give me all
But
that.
you need a shovel because you can use that for like a knife. You
Ooh.
can to cut somebody. Like say you gotta like dig a hole. So a shovel's good.
Shovel's good.
Yeah, because like even if you got a fish, you can just cut it up with the thing. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's dope.
shovel's good, bro. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Hey, I wanted to ask. I always ask people about. There's a few questions I always ask people towards the end. It's about fitness. Do you work out? Do you plan on working out? Anything like that?
Sadly, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Well, you have worked out, right? In your life?
I've had, yeah, like back in like high school, you know what I'm saying, here and there. But I've always been skinny, you know what I'm saying? And every time I go to the gym, I'm always like, all right, this is the time. You know what I'm saying? This is the year where I get big. But I always lose that motivation to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, and then this year I really haven't really found the time. But once I get my life really like situated and I start balancing everything out, fitness would definitely be one of the top things because that's the most important.
Yeah, I just think it's good for the longevity of our lives.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
I just started not even 2 years ago, but I'm preaching it to every single person that it's good to work out.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? We need a little bit of muscle so all the pressure doesn't fall on our joints because every year we lose a little bit of muscle.
Wow.
So every single year, your arms are gonna keep getting smaller and smaller. You don't gotta be Superman. You don't gotta do nothing. You just gotta go to the gym and just do like some little shit. Just so you don't lose muscle every year. You just gain a little bit every year. Because you don't want to be old and your arms all skinny and then you all bent over. Like fuck that. But you don't want to be like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be like cocky or like that built. But you
Just
can still
tone.
do something.
Yeah, just healthy.
Tone and healthy, bro. It's all about health. It's not about looks. Don't ever let nobody say that, oh, you're working out for looks. No, it's about health. That's what I always do that.
Yeah, you're an inspiration for that too, for real. Yeah, looking at you working out, I'm like, yeah, I want to get in the gym with you one day, man. Let's make that happen. For sure.
I would love to do for like a gym to like sponsor me and let me go
be
there
an
and bring some
Be a teacher.
people like to teach people and stuff like that. But you know, with time, I think we're gonna do all this. All right, so we talked about like your dreams and stuff, but tell me like I know that you told me that you want to make a movie and stuff but tell me some more about your dreams and your goals for the future.
I want to have a production like building. I want to have like a whole, you know what I'm saying, big old lot, big old everything, big old trailers with different, you know what I'm saying, big old green screens. And you know how Tyler Perry has this like all that stuff.
Yeah, he bought like this big land in Atlanta.
Yeah, and then just built a whole empire from that. So that's really what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that something that you want to take somewhere else, or something that you would like to bring here to Toledo?
Ooh.
Like to move it to a bigger city, or like buy like a big building here.
So I always said like I wanted my home base to be in Toledo, so I'm definitely gonna have something here as big as that for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to get out there, man. You know, you got to. You can't be stuck in Toledo forever. But Toledo's my home, and I'm always have a foundation here, so where I can like have some people working for my company here while I'm over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because especially like when doing a bunch of big name artists and stuff, you're gonna be going to Florida, to Vegas, and that. You know what I mean? So but like you said, your home base here. But then you can after like say you make it big, you can branch out and have a home base here, like a secondary.
I was
base
about
here.
to get to that too, cause like, you know, I want to be all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, because and you want to make movies and all that kind of stuff. So that's
some big budget films, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like some big budget video shoots and all that.
Yeah, anything is possible, man.
That's dope, bro. I love listening to dreams because I believe that we can manifest them and make them possible as long as we keep working on them. They only fail if we quit.
Exactly. You can only stop your dream. Yeah. Only you can.
Only you can. All right, so. Last question, brother. Hold on. All right, this is the last. What do you? Okay, Brandon, you got to cut this out. All right. What do you want your legacy to be when you? Okay. All right. When it's all said and done. Okay, this is what I'm saying. All right, Nate. When it's all said and done, like, what do you want people to like? Hold on. No, not like that. When it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be It's all said and done. Where do you want your legacy to be? That's good, right? Mm-hmm. I was thinking about like when you die, but I don't want to say that. Like,
Yeah.
You know how people like when they go up to your funeral and they talk, but not we don't want to talk about that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You can ask anywhere you want to.
Yeah. I think like that's better.
Yeah.
All right, Nate. So this is the last question of the podcast. What do you want your legacy to be for like? Why do I keep going, bro? All right, for like the future. No, that's not the future. Your legacy is like something that
I get it,
like
yeah.
the back in the day, right? Like oh man, Nate was a good ass dude. Okay, yeah. I'm like confused myself. Okay. Should I even say this is the last question or not? No. All right. Hey, all right. Why am I getting nervous now? Should I say this is the last question?
Yeah, you should say this is the last question.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Should I say that? All right, Nate, this is the last question. What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy. So I would say my legacy will live through my videos for sure. Because the work that I do important work for special events. So like say a wedding. So people can look back at their wedding video and be like, Nate did that. You know what I'm saying? So I would always live through that. So I would say just being a standout, you know what I'm saying? A guy that people can look up to chase their dreams.
Yeah.
And to really like, I want to say, yeah, I feel like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If people, my work lives through my videos, so I want to live through my movies. I want to live through my work that I do. So when people see that, they see me.
Yeah, and it's a great thing because like imagine how many people you're gonna impact. Because every time you do a wedding video, every time you do a shoot, that's like I remember like me, you, and Chendo right here working. Like I'm never gonna forget that.
Never gonna forget
like
that.
That's a legacy piece. Like you leaving that for me.
Yeah.
And like the little things that you taught me about the camera, about this and that. Like that's leaving your legacy imprint on someone. You're doing a great job, Nate. I appreciate everything you're doing, man. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you,
I
bro.
appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See, we'll see you guys. Or did you want to finish off and say anything or anything?
You know, I would say, man, this guy's a great guy. If you want to come on the podcast, man, he's very welcoming, very easy to talk to. And I was nervous coming into this, but man, I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad we got it done.
All right,
come check YOGI'S Garage, man. Let's get
Thank
it.
you, Nate, man. Thank you so much for the nice words. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, do all that. Give me something like feedback. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Fucking go.